Hi guys, this is Dugas23, aka the old guy, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about how I approach stealth. A couple of guys asked me how I go about it. First off, I want to kind of point out that I am playing on the default level, and I'm not the best player, but hopefully these tips will give you guys some help if you're trying to do some stealth missions. First off, I want to kind of go through my loadout and talk about a little bit why I chose what I chose. I chose the M4. I kind of flipped between that and the MK17. The MK17 has a lot more stopping power, a little bit more accurate, a little bit more range, but the rate of fire is a little bit low, and the noise reduction is a little bit low for stealth operations. I know a couple of you guys probably argue with that. Whatever works for you, that's great. I kind of prefer the M4. It has great noise reduction, and you can put quite a bit of lead downrange in a hurry if you need to. I know you can do the same thing with the MK17, but it has a little bit of kick to it, the way that I have it set up. Now, with the way that I have mine set up, I do have a grenade launcher underneath. This is just in case things do go bad. It gives me a little extra firepower. I do like that, especially when cars roll up. You can pop a grenade into the car and take out, all the Sicarios at once, and then you can make a break for it. The other weapon that I carry is the HTI sniper rifle. There's absolutely no doubt that this is the best sniper rifle in the game. Let's see here. This thing will bring down helicopters in one shot, blow up certain vehicles in one shot. I do carry it as suppressed, and you can pull the suppressor off in a hurry if you need to. It does, when you do pull the suppressor off, it does increase the penetration rate. And it, again, usually if I do get, rolled over with helicopters, I will pull that suppressor off and snipe the helicopters out of the air with it, and then again, kind of make a break for it. The other things I carry, handgun, I hardly ever use that. And then I do carry a drone with an EMP. I do kind of switch that out sometimes with the noisemaker or the explosive, depending on what mission I am doing. And then I do carry frag grenades, mines, C4s, all the basic stuff that you can get. The other thing I want to talk about, at this point I have finished the game, have finished the main campaign. Scroll out here. So I have taken down the entire cartel. Oops. And taken out El Sueño. I have seen both endings that are available. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm going back and trying to max out my skills so that I can help out a couple of other players in our task force. Let's see here. So where I am at right now, I am in Tabakal, and my mission right now, I am in need of gasoline, so I'm going to go and try to steal this helicopter and get that back to the base camp, wherever that might be at the moment. So what I've done is I've landed on the back of the hill here. The first thing that I do when I am approaching stealth is I try to get up high and try to get into an area that provides good cover. This particular province has a lot of great bush, so I am going to kind of use that to make my approach. Again, I'm playing on the default level. So you can kind of see down in the lower right hand corner there is some red showing up on the map. So what I'm going to do is deploy my drone and kind of scout out the area to see what's down there, see how many enemies that I can spot here. There's probably going to be one in the tower. There's usually one in the tower. So see if we can't get him marked. And what I'm doing is kind of going over all of those red areas down there in the bottom right and seeing if I can mark every single bad guy. Let's see here, there's probably some more over here. Now I do have the rebel spotting skill, so some of these guys do hide out like in these buildings. You know, if I can't spot them or if I want to just be quick about it, I will use that rebel spotting technique. And again, I have kind of maxed out a lot of these different skills here. Let's see here. So I do like to mark all of the guys at first when I'm trying to do stealth missions. That way I know where they are, especially if things do go south. I like to know where the enemies are coming from. Ideally, I will be going in at night. You know, I know the game kind of has a long day-night cycle. So at this point I have marked everybody, so I'm going to back out of here. Now what I generally try to do is take out the snipers first. That guy's a little far away. I don't like to take shots from this far away, but because I'm, you know, as an older guy, I do tend to miss, and then that just kind of sets off the enemy. If I can get a bead, so I am switching to night vision, because it is getting a little dark out, a little bit harder to see. So I'm trying to go after that sniper, or those two guys in the tower. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up a seek shot, or command fire, however you guys want to say that. And then I'm watching these other guys that are walking around here and trying to see how close they are to the guys I'm taking out. So I'm going to go ahead and order the shots fired. Those two guys are down. And then I'm going to move in. And again, I'm staying in cover. Trying to, and I am in the crouched position. That kind of lowers your sound from when you're walking. Now my target is that helicopter, so I'm going to stay focused on that. But there is a sniper over here. He's not too far away, and he is facing towards me, sort of facing towards me, so I'm going to go ahead and take him out. And again, I use suppressors, especially with the 50 cal. That thing sounds like a cannon unsuppressed. So now I'm getting a little bit closer to my objective. I do see there's a fence there. So it looks like a lot of the guys have moved off of the helicopter. You know, sometimes at night you will see that. So I do move slow, and again, that's just kind of getting a bead on whoops, which way these guys are facing. That was a mistake. Guy kind of slid down the hill there. So there's barbed wire on the top of this fence. So I always stay on objective. If I don't need to kill somebody, I won't. So it looks like I've got a good path to the helicopter now, so I'm going to go ahead and hop in and take off. But the main thing here, you can take off without your guys being in there. They do just kind of magically appear. You know, if you're with a task force, I don't recommend that. But that's pretty much it. That's just basic stealth. You know, being in the crouched position, making sure that you have a bead on, have every tango marked. You know, I do kind of scout twice, shoot once, if I can paraphrase an old contractor saying. And I always try to make sure that I am in cover, either putting a building between me and the bad guys, or putting staying in the bush. I am using, you know, night vision to fly here, just because I am a little bit older. Does, you know, in the dark, does kind of get hard for me to see, even if I do have my brightness turned up. So we're going to go ahead and land here and complete the mission. And again, it's just basic stealth. So if you guys want me to see some harder stealth, you know, do please leave comments in that section below, and tell me what you'd like to see, what you want to hear. If you have loadout questions, or if you have loadout suggestions, I'd love to hear those too. I am kind of partial to this M4. Again, I do flip between that and the MK17, but you know, I have my reasons for that. Kind of, you know, again, very, very partial to the M4. But in this game, the MK17 does have a little bit of more stopping power. But with the M4, you know, I found that 50 round clip that I kind of enjoy. Go back to the loadout screen here. So I do have a 50 round clip on that, and I do have, you know, the grenade launcher underneath if things do go south. What else do I have on here? I think I've got like the 3-dot laser. Yeah, it's laser 3-dot and the long barrel. Gives me a little bit more range if I need it. But again, the noise reduction on this thing, in my opinion, is the absolute best. Again, if you're using suppressed rifles on this particular level, not much can be heard. But you know, this is just the my weapon of choice at the moment. So again, I hope that helps you guys out with just some basic stealth. If you want to see some more videos on more of the more advanced techniques, you know, moving like in a town, clearing a building out, you know, let me know that, and I will try to help you guys out with that. I did start a game on the Extreme. Haven't gotten too far into that yet. So if you guys want to see some of that, I'll be happy to try to help you out on that level as well too. So thanks for watching. Please leave some comments below, suggestions, you know, help me with the loadout. If you guys have a better suggestion on the loadout, I would love to hear some constructive criticism on that. But again, you know, these are just my weapons of choice because I do prefer the stealth option. So again, thanks for watching, and have a great day, guys. Bye.